strong drive to the hoop.
Eric, the turnaround shot, nothing but net. Wamar rings the bell with a three.
Chavez drills in a three.
Lastimosa.
Over the defense. What a big shot for Inocomo.
MPBL National Champion.
Dalawang koponan na malalim ang pinagsamahan. Both players and coaches way too much history. But tonight, they see each other as enemies. The Gensan Warriors was able to fight through Game 1 pero ang Basilan hindi papayag na hanggang dito na lang yan. Kaya naman mga kaliga, ano nga ba ang magiging kapalaran ng ating dalawang koponan? Yan ang ating aabangan dito lang sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
And Gensan, mga magkakaibigan pero in their words, mga portal na magkakalaban. And
This is going to be a feisty affair. Pulls with a three. Acuna, yes, back-to-back threes. Defenders off the bounce, but look at that layup from Arwin. Abby Santos keeping it alive and hooks it in. Ooh, leaves it to Larry Rodriguez. Where to finish it back. He'll launch the three and rattle that one home. And the Gensan Warriors will take game 1 of this best of 3.
Season para dito sa Basilan to try and get back to the finals in the hope of getting a title this season.
Look for Dagangon! What a shot! Battle between the number 5 seed Gensan Warriors, the Basilan Star Horse, the number 4 seed. All about fighting fire with fire.
The matchups have been intense, and this one no different as we return to the Malolos Sports and Convention Center in Malolos, Bulacan for the second game of our doubleheader here. And Jackson Corpus was quite a problem for Basilan, making a splash in his MPBL debut, going up against the Spider-Man, Arwin Santos, looking to give a boost para dito sa Basilan, who are trying to live and fight another day. It's game number 2 of the South Division quarterfinals between the number 5 seed, the Gensan Warriors, and the 4th seeded Basilan Star Horse. Magandang gabi mga kaliga, Ken Pangilinan with Coach Mike Perez. You heard that amazing intro from Andrea Indicio. And Coach Mike, Gensan is up 1-0 in this series. What does Basilan need to do here to stay alive and force a game number 3?
First and foremost, you got to find out how you will contend against a Jackson Corpus. He, for the most part, in the first half was really on the bench because of foul situations. But as soon as he came back, in the second half of that game, it was a different story altogether. Things were more difficult for Basilan with Jackson Corpus on the floor.
And you're watching us live on the official MPBL YouTube channel and on Solar Sports. At nandyan din po tayo on pusop.com. At yung playoff bracket natin, medyo nagkakaliwanag na, Coach Mike, no? Pero grabe, yung first game natin, much like that Nueva Ecija and Pangasinan game number 1, game number 2, between Quezon and Mindoro needed 2 overtime periods, but the Huskers prevailing over the Tamaraws.
Oh boy, they really got to be stretched in that game against earlier against Mindoro, and Mindoro making a good account of themselves, but really nag-aantay na itong Quezon Huskers kung sino man ang lalabas dito sa series na ito.
And well, we shift our focus to the other playoff series between Gensan and Basilan, 2 Mindanao powerhouses duking it out. But in game number 1, you covered this game, Coach Mike. Sobrang sakto yung team natin, no? Fighting fire with fire, because when you look at the numbers across the board, hindi naman nagkakalayo eh. But what was the biggest difference here in this particular game, Coach Mike?
Well, the biggest difference really is the rebounds. It was a +8 in favor of Gensan, and they had 5 more offensive rebounds. Yung 2 points turnovers and even the points of turnovers, hindi masyado nagkakalayo. And again, babalik ka doon sa sitwasyon na bumalik sa laro itong si Jackson Corpus. Despite those 4 personal fouls, really dominated the boards and took care of the scoring in that crucial stretch to give that win over for the Gensan Warriors.
In fact, Basilan was ahead at the half, 41-38. But judging by the numbers, this one should be another close encounter between these two squads. And you've already alluded to the MPBL debut of Jackson Corpus. And what's nice about what he did in game number 1, Coach Mike, is that hindi niya disrupt yung rhythm nitong Gensan. Whatever they were doing during their elimination phase, nagpatuloy dito. And he stayed true to his core, just crashing those rebounds, doing the intangibles, and leading Gensan to this victory over Basilan.
It was indeed a memorable debut for the MPBL kay Jackson Corpus. He was named the best player of the game for his performance. 17 minutes, 14 points, 5 of 7 shooting, 8 rebounds. That was pretty close to a double-double considering na halos kalahati lang ng game yung nilaro niya. That's really how he impacts the game. And, katulad nga sinabi mo, hindi na-disrupt anything at all that the Gensan Warriors have been doing. He really just fit in well para dito sa Warriors.
And only played 18 minutes, Jackson Corpus. But for our player matchup, Coach Mike, we shift our attention to 2 star guards. Not only in terms of production are they elite, but nakikita natin, Coach Mike, every time they try to deliver in the clutch, they do so time and time again for their respective squads.
Well, primarily, both these guards, hindi naman, scoring ang hinahanap sa kanila. It's really more of the other stuff like rebounds and assists. Maybe a little bit of advantage in terms of Alex Cabagnot, who's roughly about close to 7 rebounds and 6 assists per game. Samantalang itong si Nico, really more of 4 rebounds and 4 assists. But in that last game though, clearly a struggle para dito kay Nico Elorde, coming up only with 3 points, all of them from the free throws. But Alex Cabagnot did not score so much. He was 2 out of 11 from the field, but that 11 rebound and 7 assists proved to be a difference maker in the performance of Alex Cabagnot.
Si Nico Elorde at si Alex Cabagnot, kasama ngayon si Miss Andrea Indicio.
That is right, Ken. I am with 2 veteran guards with very important roles sa kanilang mga kupunan. Unahin ko na muna si Nico. Nico, some of the players in this Basilan team you are familiar with, mga nakakampi mo na dati. Sa ganitong klaseng sitwasyon, mas madali o mas mahirap ba sa'yo? Bakit?
Siyempre, mas mahirap kasi alam naman natin, nakasama ko sila tapos mga veteran na sila, alam ko kung gaano sila kahirap mag-practice. So, alam ko pinagandaan nila kami. So, kailangan mag-focus lang kami and magtulungan kami.
Just an additional question, itong katapat mo ngayon, Alex Cabagnot to. Ano bang masasabi mo sa kanya?
Siyempre, super veteran si Kuya Alex. Kailangan lang namin, it's a team effort. Kailangan magtulungan kami. Kung paano namin i-stop, siyempre it's a team defense. And yun, kailangan makuha namin yung panalo today.
Alright, thank you so much. Good luck to you and your team. Dumako naman tayo sa aking kanan. And Alex, I know you are a vocal leader. Is there something specific you told the boys tonight to somehow push them to step up, given that this is a very important game para sa inyong team?
Well, first and foremost, thank you to all the MPBL fans that came here today to support Gensan and Basilan. Wala, pretty much just, I know, they beat us pretty bad. So alam mo lahat ng mga teammates ko yung gagawin nila and our backs against the wall. So there's not too much that I had to say.
Well, Alex, Nico just called you Kuya just 2 seconds ago. Meron ka bang masasabi sa kanya na makakatapat mo ngayong gabi?
No, I always respected Nico in this game. And obviously Coach Elvis as well as how he prepares his team. So it's going to be a dog fight, and may the best team win.
All right, thank you so much. Good luck to you and your team as well. Mga kaliga, we are down to the main event this evening. Richard Dampos, take it away.
Hi everyone, Maloleños. We got tonight's main game live on SolarSportsPusupi.com and on YouTube channel. Welcome to Game 2 of the best of 3 quarterfinals with Gensan leading Basilan 1-0. Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7 playoffs here at Malolos Sports and Convention Center. And before we go on, may we request Malolos City Mayor Attorney Christian Natividad to the center court with MPBL Commissioner is one of the first members of the 25 PBA greatest players, Captain Marbel Kenneth Durandez. As a part of our continuing support for the grassroots basketball program to nurture young talents and promote sports development in Malolos City, with our MPBL founder, the fighting Senator Manny Pacquiao. Maloleños, itaas sa mga kamay. Come on! Para sa inyo mga kaliga, MPBL fans. Now let's begin. Here are the starters. First, for the Gensan Warriors. Forward number 1, Jackson Corpus. Playing center number 5, Larry Rodriguez. Starting at guard number 6, Eloy Tan. Small forward number 7, Kyle Tolentino. Point guard number 9, the Ant-Man, Mark Cruz. The head coach is the counselor Elvis Tolentino, assisted by Boying Diloy, Peter Deleguero, Apple Coronado, Don Tolentino, Rysel Castro, and Ray Javier. Team consultant Noy Pido. Team manager Merman Flores. Team honoris counselor Michael Pacquiao. Now for Basilan Star Horse. At center number 1, James Tempra. Guard number 3, Raymar Kaduyak. Forward number 8, Sherwin Concepcion. The other forward number 11, Gab Dagangon. Starting at guard number 15, Enzo Hoson. They are led by Rich Alvarez, assisted by Melo Navarro, Rob Labagala, Arnel Siab, and Dan Rose. Team manager Bernard Young. Team owners Mayor Jules Hataman and Jackson Chua.
Let's check out our starting 5 for both teams. Curiously, Gensan is the one making a switch. Eloy Tan getting a start here with Mark Cruz. You've got Jackson Corpus, Kyle Tolentino, and Larry Rodriguez. Basilan rolling out with the same unit they had to start off game number 1. And before we get things started here, we have Attorney Christian Natividad, the Honorable Malolos Mayor here. Maraming salamat po for hosting us today in what turned out to be a quite eventful quarterfinal series earlier between Quezon and Mindoro, capped off by that game number 2 double overtime victory by the Huskers. And this one should be a doozy as well. Basilan going up against Gensan.
And indeed, pretty much yung ligayang ibinibigay natin sa mga fans natin dito sa Malolos, Bulacan. At yung mga karatig na pook niya na nagpunta pa dito para lang maglaro at ma-witness ang ating quarterfinals. And just like what you said, this is going to be another really good match between Basilan and the Gensan Warriors.
Chip going to the side of the Gensan Warriors. Battle of 2 teams from Mindanao. Eloy Tan, he had that crucial basket late in the 4th quarter. Lalo nung naghahabol na yung Basilan. No? Jackson Corpus bumukol sa tres and scores the first basket of the ball game para sa Gensan Warriors.
If I recall correctly, when we went into that very first basket in the first game, it was Jackson Corpus. That time around, it was on the post. This time, he hit it from the 3.
Oh, that shot by Sherwin Concepcion will not count. An offensive foul whistled against Raymar Kaduyak.
And true enough, very early in the game, you know, there is going to be that certain level of physicality, understanding, especially for Basilan, that this is an elimination game, and you expect that you got to battle really hard against the Gensan Warriors.
Dribbling violation whistled against Gensan that time. Gensan trying to do what they did last season, which was to barge into the South Division semifinals as a lower seed again. They were the number 6 seed when they were able to beat Binyan on their home floor. Ngayon, number 5 sila, slightly higher seed, but still lower compared to Basilan, although their records pretty much identical in the elimination phase, 18 and 11. As Raymar Kaduyak gets it for Basilan.
And can you imagine, Ken, if that series of Quezon and Mindoro went to game number 3, and then you go up against the team that comes out of this series, man, bugbugan pa rin yung pagkakalabas. Even makalabas ka doon, you meet up any one of these two guys, two teams rather, talagang alam mo na you're gonna be, again, pushed to the limits because Gensan Warriors loves to play with a lot of pace and a lot of physicality, and I like to think itong Basilan, ganun din. See a knockdown jumper right there by Kyle Tolentino.
Swak na swak, galing kay Kyle Tolentino, baseline jumper. 5-0 start for the Warriors. Gab Dagangon will pull up for free, short. Got back his own miss. Nice pass to a cutting James Tempra. Nakabutas na finally ang Basilan.
And Gab Dagangon in that previous game actually had a couple of assists to go with his 20 points. And whenever needed, he needs to feed off teammates. He's a very willing passer.
5-2 ang ating score. Tatlo ang lamang ng Gensan. Gawin mo ng 6. 3-point shot galing kay Eloy Tan.
For the most of the season, itong si Eloy Tan has really been a supporting guard, no? Para dito sa Gensan Warriors. Primarily, you're really looking at Nico Ilarde leading that position. Pero Eloy Tan has really come on his own. And Sherwin Concepcion, the threes have been flowing for both these teams.
Yan, counted na yan. Unang 3 galing kay Sherwin Concepcion. Babasa 3 ulit ang lamang, 8-5.
And both these teams rather, attempt roughly about higher than 28 attempts per games from 3. And this is really the profile of where they get a lot of their scoring from.
Boy, Jackson Corpus is just a dog. Nawala na sa kanya yung bola. Pero nakapitan pa rin niya. And got 2 points off that drive. But that time, he's gonna be tagged here with a blocking foul after that Raymar Kaduyak drive.
This is the first game ni Jackson Corpus. We briefly got to talk to him at the end of the game after they won, and he was the judge's best player of the game. Sabi niya, yung 4 na fouls na nakuha ko ng first half, medyo na-excite ako eh. And, he really wants to immediately get an impact. And Sherwin Concepcion, another straight up 3. You drop coverage against him from the top. How much more can you do that? How much more will you allow that to happen?
Saksi Corpus now providing that screen. On the right side, they go to Larry Rodriguez. Match up against James Tempra. Nice cut by Eloy Tan, who lays it up and in.
That's the thing that you like about Larry Rodriguez. Pretty much a hub down on the low block. If he's not scoring, he's feeding off his teammates, cutting weak side of the floor.
Tempra hand off to Gab Dagangon, who unleashes a 3. On a rebound battle, Kaduyak got fouled, was pushed. It was held on by Eloy Tan. As this of the game is brought to you by 747.
Well, Kaduyak really pretty much late on that cut by Eloy Tan, coming off of that post feed, and he thought he got misdirected actually, and eluded the defense right there, at naiwan siya.
Bad miss on the first free throw attempt by Raymar Kaduyak.
Kaduyak has come in here para sa Basilan to be primarily really to lead up in the point guard situation. Of course, nandyan rin sila Renzo Navarro. Pero alam mo rin kung anong bit-bit nito ni Kaduyak doon sa position na yun. Kaya pumoste, kaya mag-feed din para sa kanila.
Rodriguez puwersa in traffic, nakasungkit pa ng foul.
Pangklase rin talaga si Larry Rodriguez. As the first half ng game number 1, halos lahat ng puntos nanggaling sa kanya.
Three-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
And one thing that Basilan has avoided so far is, getting into that middle ball two-man action, to which they blitz the ball handler and they leave up a shooter. Right now, they're rotating very well, and so you have not seen a quick pick and pop from the bigs of the Gensan Warriors.
Larry Rodriguez, you saw his numbers in game number 1, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. 13-9, Gensan Warriors ahead by 4.
Here's that pin down.
Concepcion, pinasa kay Gab Tagangon, all day to shoot, bintis pa din. Tapikan ng bola, napunta kay Eloy Tan, pinasa kay Kyle Tolentino. Mark Cruz has yet to make an attempt. Gives it up to Eloy Tan. Three-point shot on its way. It will bounce out. Offensive rebound belongs to Gensan. Mark Cruz. Oh man, exquisite timing on that jump stop and putting that one in.
Quick read, quick decision. He very much is a catch and shoot player, pero close out parating, shot fake, didribulan ko to. Titingnan ko kung makakakuha ko ng tira sa labas, sa loob.
Straight away 3 by Concepcion. It will not work. Gensan, sila ang lamang pa rin dito. Halfway point of the first period. Tolentino. Pinasa kay Mark Cruz. Sa loob sila pupunta. Rodriguez. Ay. Akala ni Kyle Tolentino, ititira na ni Larry Rodriguez. So it results into a turnover.
Clearly, kumbaga, not getting on the same page. Larry was thinking he will fan away to the corner after receiving that ball on the elbow. But to your point, nakala niya titira na si Larry. He was ready to go for that rebound.
Eman Calo. Pasa sa loob. Concepcion laban kay Tolentino. Flip shot works for Sherwin.
Sherwin is mixing it up right now. If he's not hitting shots from the outside, he will go in and try to score off of you. And I think he loves this matchup with Marvin Dionisio on the offensive end.
Mark Cruz swings it. Kyle Tolentino from the left corner buries a 3.
Clearly his favorite spot from a three-point area. That left side corner 3 where they are pretty much late trying to check on him.
5 puntos agad. Galing kay Kyle. Rebound Dionisio off that Basilan miss.
Wow.
Oh, nice pass in stride. Jackson Corpus lays it in.
Him running big, down on the middle, was able to catch it in the paint and finish with an off leg.
Sobrang effective nung Jackson Corpus.
Oo, ang daming binibigay sa kanilang ibang facet ng game. See a good finish right there by Alex Cabagnot. That time really was just, the craftiness of an Alex Cabagnot.
3-point play opportunity for the crunch man.
Larry Rodriguez for Jackson Corpus.
Fast break the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop personal karaoke speaker every day. Karaoke.
The eyes always deceive you. And Eloy Tan was really looking to that corner, but he was really measuring on how and when to time that pass over for Jackson Corpus on that middle rim run.
That would have been the second foul of Jackson Corpus, but Coach Elvis Tolentino wants to challenge. Let's see if he's correct. We'll be back for the result of this challenge.
Upon review, the challenge was successful.
Successful challenge.
Basket is good by Alex Cabagnot. There was no foul.
Pero walang foul. Basket, pero walang foul. That saves the second foul on Jackson Corpus.
Hindi, that really was the intent. Kita mo, wala naman talagang foul doon and he really just went into that step through. Speaking of Alex Cabagnot, able to escape the defense.
Alex Cabagnot coming off that poor shooting night.
Oh yeah.
2 out of 11.
Oh, 2 out of 11. Very unlikely of an Alex Cabagnot who normally for the season would give you a good number.
Actually, yung shooting numbers niya in the elimination phase, medyo nag-struggle din siya, no? Both from the field and from the free throw line.
Medyo erratic din di ba? But there are games that Well, he's been paced a lot in the regular season. No? Yung minutes niya managed, especially as you head into the playoffs.
That's the operative term. Playoffs na ito. May ibang Alex Cabagnot na inaasahan natin. Because remember, Basilan was just toiling their way. They were pretty much a play-in team for the majority of the season until that last push at the tail end of the elimination phase where they made their run. Ngayon, number 4 sila in the South. Pero ngayon, 1-0 down. Cabagnot with a crafty move over the much younger Kyle Tolentino.
And we talked about his top of the coverage and the guard comparisons. And, you know, he's primarily not really required to score, but really to help out on the reads and even facilitating the possession para dito sa Basilan.
Nice box out by Jimboy Pastoran.
One of the very rare times you'll see Ping Masaglang miss on the perimeter.
Catch and shoot 3 by Calo Mintis. 20-15, 2.5 remaining here in the first quarter. Tolentino lines it up, Mintis din. Rebound Arwin Santos.
Now you see yung offensive set ng Gensan Warriors, you know, nagno-normalize na. Ito yung first look, they'll take it.
Gandang galaw naman yun. Galing kay Jimboy Pastoran.
Yan ang ine-expect mo talaga isa sa mga gwadyang i-score, si Jimboy Pastoran. I've always alluded to the Jimboy Pastoran in that Manila team from last season. Boy, he was deadly from the outside. He's pretty much a threat offensively. And that's what you want to have here for Basilan, that version of Jimboy.
Another long 3 by Tolentino. Not really the best shot available. Papaltan muna siya dito. The game is brought to you by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit, your game, your chance, your thrill, only with 747 Live.
There are very few players that actually have really good control inside the paint, and coaches always teach you that. Once you get inside on a 2-foot jump stop, you go to your fake, you go to your shot selection, and figure out where you're least defended. That's where you take the shot. And Alex Cabagnot, pretty much that crafty inside with that control and that finish.
Ringas, natituan ng foul. Gensan's biggest lead was at 9 points earlier. Since then, a 6-0 run by the Basilan Star Horse. Nasa loob na rin si Renzo Navarro.
Halos ganito rin nagsimula yung first quarter ng game number 1. Dikit yung labanan. Until such time na nagkaroon na yung momentum in Gensan Warriors, bumalik sa second half itong Basilan. But again, Jackson Corpus happened in that fourth.
Acuna dancing with Adi Santos. Could not shake him off, but rising up on the jumper. That's just the opening that he needs to put that one in.
Scouting report always tells you, Val Acuna, catch and shoot player yan. Pag pinag-dribble mo na siya, you would have done your job. But man, he's also got that perimeter jumper with that ball on the floor. And that is how tough it is to guard against a Val Acuna.
Ganda rin mga attempt doon ni Jimboy Pastoran. Dito mo yung galaw na ito, Coach Mike.
Oo, tsaka multiple dribbles. And it took him to the dance, went side to side until he got to that range. And he has that good lift, that elevate to finish off that perimeter jumper.
Jimboy Pastoran. Played for Abra, also for Bacoor. Missing the first free throw though. Former Benil Blazer. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Ay, sablay, pareho. Galing kay Jimboy.
Well, he's a 60% free throw shooter, but he's really good from 3 at 37%. Kaya lang ang dyan, hindi mo alam kung anong version ng Jimboy Pastoran you're gonna get from Basilan. When he's making shots, he's really good.
Elorde, nakatakas. Marwin Dionisio sa loob, biningwit yung rebound at nakapuntos sa ilalim.
Rebounding small forwards. That's what you're getting from a Marwin Dionisio. Sipag, kayang sabayan yung mga banggaan sa loob. And matibay din,
Santos wants it. Rising up over Ping Masaglang. It will bounce out. 13 seconds left here in this first period.
Last shot of the quarter for the Warriors.
That's a foul to give for Basilan.
Diyan kilala si Nico Olarde. He's known for KDAs, or keeping that dribble alive. And he just tries to get to spots on the floor until he finds that point of attack. That's how, witty he is as a player.
Jonicio pumukol sa tres. And that signals the end of quarter number 1. And nakita natin yung Gensan Warriors, Coach Mike, nakauna sila dito. That had those couple of threes. And then they were up by as many as 9 points. Kyle Tolentino got things started here for the Warriors.
And really just good shooting from both these teams. Sherwin Concepcion, Kyle Tolentino shooting the lights out, quality shot taking. 7 of 16 para sa Basilan, 10 of 20 para dito sa Gensan Warriors. And understanding when to pick their spots, and that Jackson Corp was going to work early here for the Gensan Warriors.
At kaya naman sila ang lamang 24-17 at the end of quarter number 1.
Nagbabalik ang MPBL. Coach Elvis Tolentino said although Game 1 they bagged the win, hindi raw masyadong convincing yung panalo nila. Why? One, so many inconsistencies. Although ina-acknowledge nilang sila raw ang underdog sa liga, kailangan magamot ang mga inconsistencies na ito. And number 2, the one that he's most concerned about, the fact that Basilan daw didn't do anything extra naman, but it's their errors that can become their downfall. In his words, kami lang din naman yung kalaban namin dito. Yung mga errors na dapat wala na, yun daw ang bumubuhay sa kalaban. And the challenge is to eliminate such today. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. And Coach Elvis, not cutting corners. Alam niya, nung kalibre nung kalaban nila dito sa first round, Basilan. And I think he did not mention it, but I also think he knows na well match silang dalawa eh. Parehong mga veterano yung mga nasa stead nila. So it's gonna be a matter of which team can out-execute the other.
Oh, totoo yan. Tsaka, the mere fact that he focused on turnovers in that game, it just shows you, as you see that three-pointer there by Renzo Navarro, one of the really knocked down three-point guys from Basilan. The focus on turnovers, despite them having two lesser turnovers in game number 1. And so that really has been the focus para dito sa Gensan Warriors. They average roughly about close to 13 turnovers per game, but you really want to bring that number down because as you go into the playoffs, it's efficiencies that's going to determine who gets to advance further.
Foul whistle on the Basilan Star Horse. Pero dalawa na lang ang lamang, 24-22 by the Gensan Warriors. Tigmasag lang.
Clear. Solo side.
Bringas, one-on-one against Arvin Santos. Sa kabila, mayroong bumagsak. Si Nico Inorde yun. At may tulak laban kay Raymar Caduyak.
Yan ang isang mga facet ng point of attack nitong Gensan Warriors, which I feel wala masyadong advantage against Basilan.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
Shot fake and leave it up for the other guy that's free.
Elorde lines it up. Muntik nang lumabas pero eventually nahigop din ng ring. 3-point shot from Nico Elorde brings Gensan to this 5-point lead. They come up with a steal. Jonicio.
Nice fake.
Elorde finds an open ping masaglang. Usually automatic from that distance.
Correct.
At that time a miss, a push from behind against a Gensan Warrior.
At napakabihira niya magminti sa perimeter. Ito, isa rin bihira ito na makita mo si Nico Elorde na makamake ng 3 because he really is like a 20% three-point shooter, but whenever available, he's not shy to take those attempts. Why? Because that's the philosophy of play para dito sa Gensan Warriors, to take the very first shot that's available in the offense.
Kapag Note wants this matchup against Jonicio, and this is why nakasungkit ng foul, taking him to school that time.
Alam mo, basa niya no? Alam niyang agresibo yung depensa, kaya inaatake ka agad kaliwete pa. So, pretty much that separation of that left hand, or that space rather, of that left hand to the body, maaaring tawagan ng foul.
Si Sir Jerry, medyo busy ngayon Sir Jerry Arceo. And of our OB fan.
Ay, malapit nakatira dito eh.
Ay, dito ba nakatira?
Oo.
Kaya pala. Alex Cabagnot swishes that jumper. Cabagnot with 8 points of already eclipsing his total in game number 1.
Ay, kaya kanina doon sila kumain kila Boss Jerry. Sabi ko sana all. Oh, 3-pointer on its way.
Ba't di tayo nakasama dun?
Siya nga, sila Steph lang.
Oh.
Next time parang si Bal dapat pag nasa Rizal.
Jervy Cruz, kakapasok lang. Pumukul agad ng tres. Yes!
When you talk about veterans having that knack for making threes, Jervy Cruz is going to be up in that conversation. Catch and shoot, no problem. That's how he did it in game number 1.
More than 3 minutes gone by here in the second period. Forced into a miss was the Gensan Warriors. Kaduyak thought he got fouled. Walang pito. Pero Basilan, naitabla na ang laban. Pagkakataon na makalamang dito.
Ganda ng pagkakapasa na yan. Catch and shoot situation. Everybody was on drop coverage, anticipating maybe a post-up or an entry from the weak side. But no, not in the case of Jervy Cruz.
Rene Pacquiao. Ngayon lang din pinasok dito. Kasama niya si Aaron Heruta, Joey Liu, Jackson Corpus, and Val Acuña. Unang pagkakataon na makalabang in this game para sa Basilan with that Renzo Navarro jumper.
Well, these are hard-nosed bigs right now on the floor for the Gensan Warriors. You've got Jackson Corpus and Rene Pacquiao. Very much komportable kung pisikalan ng game. Gandang matchup to.
Corpus against Santos. Heruta with 5 on the shot clock. The pass to Rene Pacquiao who tries to force it up. Kaduyak standing his ground. And it's a shot clock violation against the Gensan Warriors.
Perfect peel-off defense right there by Kaduyak. Well, they got 2 on the ball. Short roll by Rene Pacquiao. There would have been a one more pass away, but he didn't get to it because Kaduyak was there to try and stop him. You always try to peel off every time that ball is going downhill and your defender gets beat.
6 minutes remaining in the second period. Long three-point shot, high arcing shot, and it bounces in for Renzo Navarro, who now has 8 points.
I don't know what's special about Renzo Navarro. Is it that those couple of three-point makes or that smile after that second one? Komportable, no?
Oo. Acuña gustong bawiin. Bad miss. Joey Liu gets it back to Acuña, who reloads.
Yeah, there you go.
And puts it in from downtown.
Book it. Ganong kalibre on that ball swing, on that spray after that offensive rebound. You gotta rise and take it if you're Acuña.
Jervy Cruz, pinasa ay Arvin Santos. Quickly to Renzo Navarro. He's feeling it right now. He checks shot. It will roll out.
Not that time for Navarro.
Liu will not force it up. Acuña will. Another three-point attempt. Jervy Cruz clears it for Basilan.
Clearly, ang signal para kay Val Acuña, berde palagi. Kahit saan ka pwedeng tumira, Val. Just keep going at it. And why not?
Doesn't see a shot he does not like. Much like this guy, Eman Calo. Sablay nga lang that time. Action has picked up a bit here in the second period.
And that's one other guy, Eman Calo, that, you know, I'm sure the team of Basilan would love to see get in a good groove. Because when he plays well, he brings a really good energy to his team, and you know that offense keeps flowing, and even on the defensive end, it does.
Past the halfway point of the second quarter, Aaron Heruta matched up against Raymar Kaduyak. 2 stocky guards. Acuña maintains his balance and keeping himself inbounds for that three-point conversion from the left corner.
You go on a floppy, you involve Val Acuña, you definitely would have to be mindful on which spot on the floor he's gonna go to.
Concepcion, pinasa kay Gab Dagangon. Gusto sagutin yung tres. Lista mo na.
And I love all these, you know, efficiencies from shot making from the outside. This is the kind of basketball that you do expect between the Warriors and itong Basilan.
Wala nang 4 na minuto na lalabi dito sa ating second period. Jackson Corpus, that time a miss. Rim run by Calo, masyadong lang malakas yung pasa ni Sherwin Concepcion.
Mabilis si Eman Calo, pero hindi ganun kabilis kung ganun kalayo yung pasa. Pero kung nasa loob niya, that would have been a good finish. And here, little catch and shoot on the corner. Sherwin was pretty much in a pressure on where to defend. And samantala, Gab Dagangon, 2 points rin niya sa kabilang side.
35-33, Basilan. Sila pa rin ang lamang. Joey Liu, floater. No good. Another rebound by Jervy Cruz. Calo has yet to make his mark here. Turns the corner. Narinig yata ako. Lays it up and in for his first 2 points.
Galing. Empty side balls, empty corner, atake baseline. Ganun kasimple. Medyo pumay pa mga siya na akala niya gagamitin yung screen.
Shot fake by Jackson Corpus. Medyo napangga nung sumalaksak siya doon sa ilalim.
Kita mo na nakatulog si Joel Liu doon. Kakatingin kung parating na yung screen. Pero misdirection pala yung kay Eman Calo. Drive sa open side and good finish.
Dalawang proud Cebuano yun. Magkatunggali dun sa Eman Calo drive na yun. Calo and Joey Liu.
At saka with the way that the teams are defending nowadays, Ken, it's almost a sin to give up that right side of the floor for a straight line drive.
This free throw of the game brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
And the reason that I say that, Ken, is kanina, yung dalawang crucial na layup ni Jodel Fuentes, di ba? That's a right side of the floor, straight line drive.
Walang mintes, ha? Jackson Corpus from 2-point distance ng game number 1. 14 points, 8 rebounds in only almost 18 minutes.
Similar to how Jason Brickman has been for the Abra Weavers, Jackson Corpus too is as good as advertised. You ask me.
Foul whistle against Ero Neruta. Cal Tolentino nagbabalik para sa Gensan Warriors.
At saka si Jackson Corpus really just fits well in the profile players, no? Itong mga Gensan Warriors. Tough, athletic, has range.
Physical.
Oo.
Jervy Cruz, also a former South Cotabato Warrior. There was a foul? No. It was a pushing foul against... Ano tawagan doon? Si Gab Dagangon.
Gab, yeah, that Gab. As he was trying to go for that rebound, pushed off.
Okay. Kyle Tolentino. Pass to Ero Neruta. Ngayon na kay Joel Liu. Now it's with Corpus. 10 seconds left on their shot clock. Neruta yet to make his move. Andun si Kabagnot. Shot fake ni Jackson Corpus. Drifting right.
Wow.
Making it anyway despite the challenge from Basilan.
Pansin ko lang, ang ganda tingnan ng net dito. Lahat ng mga tira halos ringless. These guys are really good at making shots.
Size advantage for Jervy Cruz. Takes his time. Short on the jumper. Joey Liu lines it up for 3. It's good! Lamang na ang Gensan. 39-31.
And when you're free, that's the first shot that's available, and you're from Gensan, you definitely gotta take it. That's been the philosophy of the team of Coach Elvis. That time around, Jackson Corpus, elbow jumper, no problem. Heruta waits for everyone, finds Joel Liu, who's found that new stroke from the outside this season, and enough for him to make that shot and make it good from 3.
Timeout. Basilan, they're down by 2, 39-37. Kyle Tolentino averaged close to 13 points in the regular season. Game number 1 had 17, 11 points in the second half. Medyo mas efficient yung naging shooting niya in this game against Basilan, 5 out of 12. Today, 5 points, 2 out of 5 from the field. Most of them coming in the first period, Coach Mike.
I love the 6 assists that he had in that game. I feel that really just shows you the variety of ways that Kyle Tolentino can help out in the same way that Alex is pretty much on a roll right now here in the first half.
Alex Cabagnot with double figures already with 10 markers. First guy to do it for Basilan. Heruta, he drives one-hander over Alex Cabagnot.
Well, that time nobody peeling off and helping out Alex Cabagnot as he got, pulled into that shot pick, and then that feint action which Heruta really scored on. Somebody's got to help on the weak side of the floor to try and stop that ball and, rotate eventually.
CJ Gonzalez, tinawagan ng foul. 45.9 seconds left in the first half. Meron ulit timeout this time by the Basilan Star Horse. And let's see how they fare in this last few seconds of the second period. Ganda nitong kombinasyon, no? Nung Sherwin Concepcion, Renzo Navarro, and Alex Cabagnot. 26 points. Nice collective effort here on this trio by the Basilan Star Horse.
Yeah, saka yung 3-point range, ang importante dyan. They have right now 6 3-pointer made so far in this game for Basilan. 4 of them really coming in here in the second quarter.
And they're trying to stay alive and force a game number 3.
16 seconds.
Last series between 4 and 5, it went the distance between Zamboanga versus Parañaque. Nice reverse layup, high off the glass by Arwin Santos.
Now, if you're Coach Rich, you're liking the contribution of your veterans. Jervy Cruz, Alex Cabagnot, even Arwin Santos. One guy that I have not seen, though, so much on this game for Basilan is Adi Santos.
He played a few minutes earlier.
Yeah, just a few minutes. But unlike in the first game, where he had a lot of minutes already in the first half.
Coach Elvis naman ang gagamit ng timeout dito. He still has 2 here. He will use one of them. 17.1 seconds left. We'll be right back. Sir Jerry, mabuhay ka. Na-miss namin yung pakain mo ni Coach Mike. Pero magandang gabi po sa lahat ng mga taga-Malolos na dumagsa dito sa ating venue. Napakaganda po ng inyong pagtanggap sa amin dito. Our very first time since 2020 of February. That was more than 5 years ago. However, off a timeout by Gensan, a shot clock violation whistled against the Warriors.
Ay, kaya naman, since ngayon lang tayo bumalik, ramdam mo rin yung excitement sa mga kaibigan na yan ni Sir Jerry. Talagang dinala pa niya dito para lang mapanood ang ating quarterfinal games today.
Sama-sama ang mga tropa.
Mismo.
3-point shot is good! And that's gonna do it here in the first half. Arwin Santos trying to steer Basilan Star Horse to a game number 3. And well, this 3-point shot will certainly help. Grabe.
Making two of his last field goals. He's got 5 points so far. And tulad nga sinabi ko, maganda pinapakita ng veterano nitong Basilan.
Labang ulit sila. Much like game number 1 ng tatlong here in the first half, 44-41 over Gensan.
Back inside the Malolos Sports and Convention Center for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Andrea Endicio, and right now, we will be having our halftime interview together with Sir Merman Flores, the team manager of the Gensan Warriors, and of course, assistant coach Melo Navarro, the assistant coach of Basilan Starhorse. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me here at the half. Unahin ko na muna si Sir Merman. Sir Merman, even our panel says na ang Basilan at ang Gensan, very identical teams. What can you say about that statement? And also, ano ba yung advantage ng Gensan that made you guys bag game 1?
We're very thankful sa panel kung gano'n ang pananaw nila. No? We're trying to keep up with the, the OGs. But like, we'll see na lang this half, the second half kung makakahabol kami sa kanila. And, defense will win games. So hopefully we can play better defense and get this win.
We'll see about that. Sir, meron po ba kayong mga gustong batiin o pasalamatan? Go ahead.
Siyempre, we would like to thank our sponsors, Armor On, Tara, Jinky Skin, Manipay, at sa lahat ng mga nanonood dyan sa Gensan ngayon. Good evening sa inyo lahat. Kay Mayora, Lorely Pacquiao, Bobby Pacquiao, and my family sa Taytay. Hello, good evening sa inyo lahat dyan.
Alright, thank you so much, Sir Merman Flores. Dumako naman tayo sa aking kaliwa. Coach Melo, you guys or the team is in the game, but looking at the score, kulang pa. So, what needs to be done in the second half para mas maipush pa natin ang laban?
Well, one of the challenges na meron kami ngayon is our offensive rebounds. I think they already have 6 or 7. Kaya nagkakaroon sila ng multiple chances to score. So, come second half, that's one of the things we'll check. Pero luckily nga ngayon, medyo offensively, okay naman kami. Because, we have our backs against the wall. So, medyo motivated yung players ngayon. And hopefully, we'll be able to sustain sa second half.
Well, I hope your players heard that. Meron po ba kayong mga gustong sabihin, batiin o pasalamatan? Go ahead.
Well, maraming salamat sa mga supporters ng Basilan. Of course, our bosses, Mayor Jules Ataman, Boss Jax, Ma'am Nix, Star Horse, and yung mga families ng players namin na walang sawang sumusuporta. And yun lang po. Hopefully, we'll be able to sustain second half yung performance namin.
Alright, thank you so much. Once again, Assistant Coach Melo Navarro. And that's it for our halftime interview. Don't go away. Magbabalik pa rin po ang MPBL.
Wow. And Valentino with a finish. Off of the corner. Big shot from the Dutchman. Ian with 7 steals compared to 8 naman ito nilagay sa Isabela. Alex sa mag-go, drives baseline. Oh! Larry Rodriguez for 3. Oh! What a play drawn up by Coach Elvis Tolentino.
Talk about misdirection. The trust on Larry Rodriguez.
Back at us here inside the Malolos Sports and Convention Center in Malolos, Bulacan. Game number 2. Fighting fire with fire. Number 5 seed Gensan versus the 4th seeded Basilan Star Horse. It's Basilan holding this 3-point lead over Gensan, 44-41. Coach Vic, parang carbon copy ng game number 1 lang ito eh. Umangat ng bahagya yung Gensan. They had the biggest lead at 9. Nahabol ng Basilan. At sila naman ngayon, yung lamang after the first 2 quarters.
Yeah, very similar nga nagiging pattern, and I'm not surprised because these two teams pretty much play with a lot of similarities. Ang ganda ng field goal shooting. Basilan shooting 56%, 43% naman para dito sa Gensan. Yung 3-point makes, halos nagkakapareho lang. Hindi rin nagkakalayo yung percentage nila. Even the inside points is a +6 para sa Basilan. But the clear difference right here is really more on the bench points because 30 of that 44 points have really come from the bench para dito sa Basilan, being led by Cabagnot, who's got 10, as well as Arwin Santos and Navarro, who's got 5 and 8 respectively para sa Basilan.
All right. Third quarter underway. Eloy Tan with Val Acuña, Marwin Jonicio, Jackson Corpus, and Kyle Tolentino. 10 points to lead the way for the Gensan Warriors. Jackson Corpus. Ganda ulit ang kanyang game number 2 para dito sa Gensan. Bola na salba. Tolentino, pinasa palabas.
Short.
Had to double clutch it. Jackson Corpus under the rest. Shot clock violation against the Gensan Warriors.
Now, I like what Basilan is doing, did in that last defensive stop. Once that ball is in the corner, they try to double out of it. And why do you do that? Because isa yan sa mga dangerous spots on the floor, yung corner.
Cabagnot with 10. Tig 8 puntos naman si Sherwin Concepcion at si Enzo Navarro.
And so staying on that conversation about the corner, you, for the most part, on the defensive end, would want to avoid that ball going to the corner because basket cuts, the defender being nakatalikod at di nakikita yung movement sa weak side, pretty much a threat once that ball's on that side of the floor.
Traveling yung tinawag doon kay Alex Cabagnot.
Malinaw naman yun. Little rocker step pero merong travel.
Tolentino lines it up. Mintis pa din. Jonicio fake. Offensive rebounds have been in favor of the Gensan Warriors. That's their 9th offensive board. But Basilan getting a stop.
At bakit nga ba ganun? Kasi yung 3-point attempts, for the most part, it's long rebounds. And so it's really the guards that rebound off of it. And I feel the Gensan Warriors are really good at crashing the elbows. Every time there's a shot taken from 3, the weak side corner would crash the elbows because for the most part, doon pumapatak karamihan ng bola.
Challenge from Coach Elvis. Tingnan natin kung tama siya sa aming pagbabalik.
The review for the challenge was inconclusive and it has been nullified.
Okay, conclusive challenge ulit. Ito yun.
And so that possession will...
Parang di naman tumama
Hindi
kay
tumama.
Alex, no?
Hindi tumama.
Saan titignan mo rin yung trajectory ng bola eh.
Hindi tumama talagang bola ng Basilan yan.
Enzo Hoson bounce pass to Gab Dagangon. Supalpal, inabot niya doon. Try to recover. Eloy Tan nakatakas kay Alex Cabagnot. Yung pasa papunta kay Kyle Tolentino. Left that one short though. Counter attack by Basilan. Hoson, pinasa kay Cabagnot. Nice pass down low. Tempra nalunod pero nandun si Arwin Santos para salbahin si James Tempra.
Ganda ng ball movement na yun. I mean, everybody downhill, touch passing, and guys moving to open spots. In that case, Arwin Santos finishing it off.
Abante ng 5 ang Basilan, 46-41. Eloy Tan. Wiggling free was Jackson Corpus. Wala nang nakabantay pero mintis.
O, tsaka makeable shot na namintis yun ni Jackson Corpus. And this is pretty much similar again dun sa third quarter nung game number 1. What a shot.
Jonicio may tangan ng bola after that Arwin Santos miss.
Look at how everybody's outside on the perimeter. Nobody inside the paint. They are just allowing guys that open space inside the floor.
You saw Kyle Tolentino forcing his way in. Check out this play of the game brought to you by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit, your game, your chance, your thrill. Only with 747 Live.
That really is about one more. That philosophy of one more. You know, there is always that one pass more that would give you the least guarded man in the offense, which in that case happened to be Arwin Santos. And I talked about the paint being open because that pretty much is what they want to do. They want to generate that closeout and attack going downhill without any help inside the paint coming from Basilan. And that really just allowed Kyle Tolentino to finish it off right there in that paint. Thus he gets to the line.
4 ang lamang ng Basilan. Alex Cabagnot, nahanap si James Tempra, naigapang paloob.
I always have admired how James Tempra moves without the ball. And that is pretty much a discipline on players. And you like that, especially from James.
48-42.
Zoom action.
Tolentino leaning in, short on that floater. Dagangon secures the rebound. Tatlong minuto nakalipas dito sa ating third period. Santos down low. Tempra, nice seal against Valacuña, and he will earn himself 2 free throws. This is the game brought to you by 747.
Ito, yung one more again. You know, you cut down or drive down on the baseline. There's always going to be that weak side guy that makes himself available. In that case, James Tempra. Very deceiving yung frame ni James Tempra.
Oo.
No? You like to think madaling itulak sa loob, pero I guess it's his legs, no? Matibay rin, hindi mo rin basta maiusog. The mere fact that he's kaliwete, all the more makes it, kumbaga, kontra-tiyempo pag dinipensahan mo siya.
Saka crafty scorer din, Coach Mike.
Agree.
Boss B. Boss Bernard yan.
Oh, Boss B. And another Boss B who's watching us is Brian Meca, who's watching with his dad sa Cebu.
From Danau City.
From Danau City, that's right.
Matik yan, Brian Meca.
Brian Meca, happy viewing. Well, I just love how Cebu competed. You know, it wasn't really that smoothest run, especially mid of the season, but those guys really competed to the very end with a lot of pride for their team.
8-point lead. Baseline inbound. Corner exit from Mark Cruz. Balik kay Valacuña. 3 seconds left. Tolentino hoist one up. Kita mo yung depensa nung Basilan kumaagat in this quarter so far.
And what they've really done is that since naka 5 out itong Gensan Warriors, they really are trying to wall up inside the paint. So wala masyadong attack downhill. And they've learned from the previous possession where Kyle really got in there.
Alex Cabagnot.
Good matchup.
Fires a free. It is in. The crunch man with a big time free. And then away from the basketball, something happened.
Oh, that was a simple move from, I'd like to think, from simple grind. Mark Cruz going under that screen. Eh, alam mo naman si Alex Cabagnot. No, he always very crafty. Read that defense perfectly well, and the moment that Mark Cruz went under, that was a trigger for Alex Cabagnot to rise up for that three.
Ilusot mo pa yun, Coach
Siyempre
Mike.
naman. Follower tayo niyan, simple grind.
All right. 11-point lead. Kung counted, yung tris ni
Yes.
Alex Cabagnot, 3
Alex.
points.
At nanonood din pala si Coach Vincent Harder ng Muntinlupa.
Okay.
Na ngayon ay mukhang nagpapakondisyon at next season mukhang maglalaro na to sa Cagers eh. Kasama si Boss Kaiser.
Upon review, was that sportsman line foul on number 1, Jackson Warbles, for excessive hard contact.
Hindi natin nakita yung nangyari.
Yeah, I didn't see that too. I was really primarily focused on that move by Alex Cabagnot. And nonetheless, they get to the line.
Corpus tagged with an unsportsmanlike foul.
Shooting 2, James.
Now he has to be careful here. Lalo kung umabot ng game free ito, you don't want an ejection and a possible suspension
Yes.
in that do or die game.
Yes. Because if you look at game 1, had it not been for, you know, the quick offensive rebounding and activity of Jackson Corpus, that game could have gone either way.
Basilan opening things up with a 13-1 run. That's why they're up by a dozen, 54-42.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
14 seconds sa shot clock ng Basilan. James Tembra has played really well. Binigay kay Alex Cabagnot. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Nice pass. Tembra though bumbles it but recovers just in the nick of time.
Kung ikaw ang mga player na katulad ni James Tembra at kakampi mo si Alex Cabagnot, definitely nakikinabang ka. Basta kikilos ka, pupunta ka sa open spots, they will find you. And you gotta make those passes.
Masyadong mataas yung pasa intended to Larry Rodriguez.
Larry is good on the post, but kung ganun kataas ang pasa, medyo it's tough for him to catch that. Look at that switch, that downhill action, pretty much late on that peel off. Ito si Joey Liu to the delight of a James Tembra.
Cabagnot. Oh, what a crafty move! Just could not finish. That would have been a highlight. Instead, Acuna off that flare screen by Jonicio. Book it from downtown.
And you cannot leave Val Acuna that wide open from the outside because he's deadly from there. He's a 35% three-point shooter. Can't leave him.
Gab Dagangon. The shimmy, the jumper. Oh, that's a foul against Gab Dagangon after that failed attempt.
I have always loved how Gab Dagangon rises up for those shots. Pero ito yun, no? Good pin in of that screen for that three by Val Acuna. Effortless, eh, no?
Oo.
Oh my God, how can we forget Val Acuna as one of the best catch and shoot? We were talking about Judel Fuentes, JP Cawilan, only forgetting about Val Acuna. There is none in the realm of Val Acuna in that department.
Alam mo, hindi na may tamasisisi sa dami ng player dito sa MPBL. No? O ito, Val Acuna, papaitaan ulit tayo ng tres. Kaya lang, umalog palabas. Bola mapupunta sa panig ng Basilan.
At saka every time na sinasalo niya yung bola, in rhythm palagi. No?
Yeah.
The motor and the mechanics to that shot is always a good look.
In rhythm, in balance.
Yes. Oh man.
Tembra, sintalo yung bola, pero natapik palabas ni Mark Cruz. Mark Cruz, only 2 points. He's been the missing link so far here in game number 2.
Yeah, because in game number 1, how many points did he score? He had 3 points. 3 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists.
Eman Calo nakabutas galing sa labas.
Ayan ang kanina pa niya inaantay ni Eman Calo. Kasi pag yan nakapuntos, pwedeng ano yun streaky shooter din yan
It's a 15-4 quarter for the Basilan Star Horse as Gensan commits a turnover. Dalawang player nagpasaan doon. Kaduyak, Tempra, back to Kaduyak for the Dukes.
The team that's number 2 in assists this season with 26 per game, showing us why they are deadly in the open floor. Unselfish, good spacing, good read, good decision.
Fast break the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig. Re-installation for split type air conditioners. We have a timeout by Gensan. Gixer fan of the game, born for greatness. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Whether you're here in the venue, dito po sa Malolos, on live stream, on our official MPBL YouTube channel, also on Solar Sports, on pusop.com, ang daming pwedeng pagpilian. Panoorin ang MPBL Playoff Season 7, Game number 2 between Gensan and Basilan. You see how Basilan has stormed out of the gate here in the third, shooting much better. 10% shooting clip for Gensan here in this period.
Well, alam mo kung bakit ganun ang percentage para dito sa Basilan? Because I think 3 or 4 of their shot attempts have really been inside the paint, and those 2 shot makes from the outside have really been free, just like this one right here. Good ball movement again. Oh my.
Extra pass, Concepcion, Sablay.
Kita mo yung rotate ng depensa ng Warriors. Talagang everything almost on a scramble.
Wow, Nico Ilorde squeezing through and willing that one in.
And they're gonna need Nico to create in this situation and allow them to get more points in the paint. That's a -14 right now in that department in favor for Basilan.
Corbus diving on the floor. Something we've grown accustomed to throughout his career.
Just a warrior on the floor.
Literal na warrior.
Oh, having to play for the Gensan team. And I think that's the same commitment to offense and defense that's being demanded by Coach Elvis for all his players, including his son and Kyle.
14 seconds sa shot clock dito. Ang Gensan, nais makahabol, pupukol sa 3 si Jackson Corbus. Tatalbog palabas, bola mapupunta ulit sa panig ng Basilan.
Yeah, magandang matchup yan, Adi Santos and Marvin Junicio. That's a good one right there. Now they try to go on a full court to try and delay any execution para dito sa Basilan in the front court.
It's a foul.
That's a foul on Nico. Make them use some clock from the back. Defend them full length of the floor so that pag nakatawid sila, kukunti na lang yung oras nila maka-execute.
Navarro skipping it to Eman Calo. Calo got bumped from behind, managing to maintain his concentration to bank it in. 2 points plus the foul.
When you talk about speeding up the game in the half-court set, yan ang example na niya para sa Basilan.
Gixer, great move of the game, born for greatness.
And they immediately went to that inner third of the floor action involving that little dribble handoff with Eman Calo, and just crafty enough to suspend himself in midair and go glass on that finish.
Eman Calo sinks in the bonus free throw.
Much as you are impressed by the three-point shooting of the Gensan Warriors when they play really good, ganun din ang impact ng mga assist para dito sa Basilan when they play really well on the offensive end.
Laking barometer yun yung assists, because they were second in the league in the elimination phase.
Roughly about 26 per game.
Oo.
tsaka ang bilis ng ball and man movement nila. And they really speed up the game on the half court. And Nico Lorde trying to face up. Oh, you don't want this.
Kaduyak, Ilorde, Corpus in between, acting as an enforcer.
And tama lang yung ginawa ni Corpus at saka ni Adi Santos. You don't need this, especially if this is gonna get to a game 3.
Oo.
Diba? You want everybody to be available in a game 3 if needed between these two teams.
Let's see what's gonna be the verdict here.
At saka si Nico Ilorde, you know, all the more that the game is this way, all the more komportable para sa kanya.
Oo. But it hasn't been pretty in terms of shooting for Nico Ilorde so far in this series, as well as Mark Cruz. That's a scary thing with the Gensan Warriors. But, again, you gotta give credit to Basilan because it's a different kind of feeling here in game number 2. Kasi first half, labang din naman sila. Nung game number 1, 3 puntos, ganito rin in game number 2. But a nice start to the third, really setting the tone. And they have managed to pull ahead up by 17 right now, 64-47.
And I also would like to think that Basilan believes in themselves. Hey, we just let one quarter slip away in game number 1. We could have won that first match and force the Gensan Warriors into elimination in game 2. But that's not the case. And so they want to come back and they still believe that they can actually beat the Warriors.
So we'll see what's gonna be kung ano yung hatol dito, no? Very crucial call.
Isa pang nanonood sa atin, si
Sino
Mix
ba?
Pascual.
Ay, oo.
Oo, nanonood din.
O yung Mix
Reviewing.
Pascual, maglalaro sa village namin yan, ha?
Ganon?
Maraming pahihirapan yan.
Ano ba yan? Maglalaro sa team mo? Ini-scout mo?
Hindi kami sumali kasi nakita ko yung Mix Pascual naka-line up. Sabi ko, sasakit lang yung katawan nyo. Bahala na kayo dyan.
Let go na lang, let go na lang. Sige, Mix, hindi mo makakalaban si Ken. Safe na si Ken.
Eto, tingnan natin, ha?
Yeah, yun yung face-up. Yun yung hatak ng jersey. Yes. Because Nico already knew that he was in trouble. Because he was fronting but couldn't see where the pass was coming from. Didn't have any help on the low side then.
Jackson Corpus sinks in the free throw.
Nakakatuwa pa nito kanina nung nag-aawatan na. Si Coach Rich lumapit pa kay Jackson Corpus nakipag-high five. Natuwa rin siguro na may peacemaker sa loob ng court for the Gensan Warriors.
Huwag nyo kasi isipin na promotor agad. Kita nyo, siya pa yung pumigil.
Ay, bakit si Adi Santos rin naman, umawat din.
Dahil alam mo, nakakatuwa yung kwento niya ni Jackson Corpus. Nagsimula yan sa mga recreational leagues. As in literal, he wasn't really touted from college. LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Di ba nauso yun during that time, I think, around the 2010s. Na mabanggit ko lang din, si Boss Edel, paano dyan, ha? Parang alamat dyan sa mga recreational leagues na yan.
Actually, pagka may mga games na nakakasabay ko si Chief Sedel, na ikukwento niya yan. Yung mga grupo ng mga taga-Bacolod. Maganda yung mga liga. Nice pass!
Adi Santos sa loob, may foul na naman laban sa Gensan.
And they just really, again, going back to KDA, keeping the dribble alive. Itong Basilan. Regardless whether it's Alex, it's Renzo, Kaduya, they just keep that dribble alive. Kind of like how Steve Nash would do it.
The Nash dribble.
Yes. And si Adi Santos in game number 1, I felt he was crucial, especially in the first half, because pretty much yung mga puntos niya, I think naka-15 siya in the first game. Pareho sila ni Arwin. Karamihan rim run, open floor.
Adi Santos, almost a double-double in game number 1. Actually, 15 puntos sila dyan ni Arwin Santos. 2 Santos, combining for 30 points in game number 1.
Kaya nga sabi namin, ang ganda ng Santos and Santos combination. ng game na yun para sa Basilan. And right now, the 3 points has really been silent for quite a while para dito sa Gensan.
Isa rin yan sa naging sandata nila in the elimination phase. That 3-point shot, Ding masaglang spins, creating some space to score 2 points. Under a minute left, 66-50 Basilan with a comfortable 16-point lead.
And the thing is, so far this quarter, you see Eloy Tan again. That's the tough thing about having Adi Santos. You get a cross match with a smaller guard on him. He is immediately going to go to the paint, show his hand, and no choice. But you got to foul him because as soon as he receives it inside, pretty much advantage na, positional advantage para dito kay Adi Santos.
Sa ay na-hunt nila yung mismatch talaga eh. Kita mo eh.
At the end of the day, sabi nga nila, basketball is a hunt game. You hunt for where your advantage is. Isa sa mga magaling na hunter yan, si Boss B.
Eh, syempre.
Oo naman.
Number 1 overall pick, Christian Luanzon.
Galing ano?
Oo.
Galing ng dampot no?
Na naging tamang desisyon naman dahil nagka-championship naman sila with Happy, no?
Oo naman.
Ay, Marwin Junicio with a strong take using his left hand to finish.
Again, it is very important for the Gensan Warriors to get those paint touches and paint finishes because yung basket na yun kanina ni Ping Masaglang, that was the very first non-paint 2 para dito sa Gensan.
Tumalog palabas yung tira ni Sherwin Concepcion. Junicio, hard foul.
That's a hard foul. And I'd like to think Eman Calo is pretty much a jolly guy. No? Masayahan niya sa floor. But I think he did not like the previous contact that he had earlier. And Mario was ahead of him. Sakit.
That's one of those gray areas, I feel like. But let's see. Junicio hits the deck. He's slow to get up.
Well, he's a tough cookie.
Oo naman.
Marvin Junicio, I tell you. Kumbaga parang version rin to ni Adi Santos.
So just a regular foul. Marvin Junicio will shoot 2 shots. Cans the first. 66-53 na ibaba nila sa 13 puntos ang kalamangan.
And so far, ang nagiging difference maker pa rin for this game is really the support they're getting off the bench.
And they close out the third with some sort of a mini run, talking about the Gensan Warriors. And we head here into the fourth quarter. Still a double-digit lead para sa Basilan, but some of the highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Napakaganda nung pagsisimula dito ng Basilan. 15-4 start, and they were able to establish a lead as high as 18 points.
And all because they love sharing the ball. They were playing half court. They were playing with a lot of pace on the half court. And the threes outside of that one that was hit by Val Acuña earlier, they made 7 attempts from the outside, and so far only 1 came through with Val Acuña knocking it down, and everything else really coming from the paint para dito sa Gensan Warriors.
66-54 Basilan over Gensan heading into the fourth. Fan of the Game is brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Magandang gabi po sa ating mga kaliga still watching. Medyo na-extend tayo ng bahagya. It's 10 p.m. exactly here. But, still, love is in the air on a Monday evening, Coach Mike. Ha? Ano?
Ano yun?
Wala eh. Kailangan matalas yung mga mata mo sa mga ganyan.
Okay. Hindi ko napansin.
Quarter scoring natin, no? Nakita mo yung separation ng Basilan in the second and third periods after Gensan had that 7-point lead early.
There you go.
Eloy Tan hits a free.
It is imperative for the Warriors to finally hit their threes because when they make shots from the outside, doon na na-degenerate yung closeout and they move more freely and getting those paint touches. But right now, it's really more Basilan getting those paint touches as just what we saw right now.
Sumakay ka pa, sabi ni Arwin Santos.
Yung game number 1, to make up yan si Arwin Santos near the free throw line. Ito, ibang klase namang finish to.
And a 3-point play opportunity for the Spider-Man.
And it's all business. Yan si Arwin Santos.
Arwin Santos, 15.7 rebounds in game number 1. 2 steals and 2 blocks as well. 71-57. Wait. Something's wrong with our game clock, I believe. Okay. They will sort it out. Basilan, abante ng 14 na puntos, will be back as they try to fix the game clock here. Stay tuned.
You are still watching the MPBL. Coach Rich Alvarez said that looking at last game, it was evident that Gensan wanted it more. A lot of people are saying na identical nga raw ang dalawang koponan na ito. That's why Coach Rich said it's really a matter of who wants it more. And in that game 1, Gensan did. Isang bagay nga na gustong i-point out ni Coach Rich, there are a lot of expectations mula sa kanilang koponan. Yes, on paper, they do have the names, pero in Coach Rich's words, we aren't all that. Remember, we even reached the lower bracket once upon a time. But nonetheless, he's trying to maximize each and everyone's skill at this point. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Oh, alam mo, been there, done that na dyan si Coach Rich. And he knows, the stakes here. Given na Gensan na-experience na rin nila yung being a lower seed, beating a higher seed last playoffs. Basilan, the struggles they had during the regular season. So it all comes to a point where you put all of those things out of the window. You try to execute, and that's exactly what they have been doing here in this game number 2 against Gensan.
Oh, and all said and done, it's really experienced. Oh, Arwin and Ton Ring has been going at it as they approach going down into the front court as Basilan was on their defensive end. Hindi tumitigil yung banggaan na yan between Arwin Santos and Tonton Bringas.
This is gonna be a big call because that was a massive hit.
Yeah, before that meron na kanina pa yan
Oh my! That's in the head.
That should be disqualified.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's gonna be big.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna get tossed here.
It was excessive. There was wind up. And the thing is, if right now they have the lead, they're up by 14, but there's still a lot of time for Gensan to come back. If he does get to exit the game, he won't be available for game number 3.
Yun yung mabigat. That's a huge possibility, but it's gonna depend on how the game officials interpret it.
And I was even mentioning earlier na, he's very focused, si Arvin Santos, after making that end one situation earlier.
And he's been playing really better after that lethargic start to the season.
Yes, 15 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals.
Upon
in the last
review, is a
game.
disqualifying
Yeah.
foul on number
That's it.
29,
Exactly.
Arvin Santos. Arvin Santos is out of the playing court.
He was asking why it was him, but the video clearly shows there was a swing. Yeah. And Tonton's still down there, and he's going to be attended to.
And that's gonna be a huge blow for Basilan if he's not gonna be available for game number 3. If in the event that they go on and win this game, this is still a lot of basketball left here though.
Yes.
73-59.
And this would mean, in the event that there'll be a game 3, that Adi Santos and Jervy Cruz, matter of fact, even Eman Calo, are gonna, more minutes for them in that match. If it is indeed there's gonna be a game 3.
That leaves a gaping hole at the front court.
Because here started the fourth quarter. Basilan has made all their shot attempts, all 3 of them, a couple in the paint and 1 from the perimeter. Samantalang the Gensan Warriors, that 3 earlier by Eloy Tan and that 1 basket underneath. Those pretty much have been where the points have come from those respective teams. And he's got to be taken off the court now because there still is a game that needs to be played. And it's, I think, impacting as well the rhythm of the game. Really more on the side of Basilan because they've been on a good roll.
Having said that, can you imagine, because sobrang nipis na nung front court nitong Basilan Rabal Hosseini, who started with them this season, after just a few games, eventually di na niya tinapos. Alright, we'll be pausing for a break here. We'll be back after these short messages. Alright, so 2 free throws because of that disqualifying foul called on Arwin Santos by Jackson Corpus, who replaces Tonton Bringas.
So that's two and the ball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, two and the ball.
Haba pa nito, ha? 8 minutes and 32 seconds left. No free throws.
Haba pa yan, 12 lang yan.
Oo.
And if you take into consideration the 3-point shooting of the Gensan Warriors, alam mo that 12-point lead is not that safe.
Eloy Tan. Binigay muna kay Joel Liu. 3-point shot, all net. After all that lull, JLY can say free.
Well, Joel Liu is right now 2 out of 2 from beyond and makes this a single-digit deficit game. And here we go again. There's another discussion. See this 3 right here. Gab Dagangon pretty much late on that contest, trying to get that contest that shot on that left arm, pero na-release na.
Hindi pa safe dito ang Basilan, ha? This is
Yeah.
down to a 9-point ball game.
And again, Ken, similar to game number 1, it was the 4th quarter where really Jackson Corpus went to work and working off the board, securing offensive rebounds, knocking down shots, enough to give that first game win over to the Gensan Warriors. I expect defense to intensify here for the Warriors.
Hozon, barely getting past the half-court line.
And they will try to speed up the game to the point that wala nang control itong Basilan. Important for Basilan to keep the poise.
Cabagnot finds a spot. Alex Cabagnot with 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists.
The calm in the storm, Alex Cabagnot.
Jonicio drills in a three-point shot. Lead is down to 8.
If this becomes a points per possession game based on the 3s versus 2 makes, this should be advantage to the Warriors.
Cabagnot tightly guarded by Joel Liu. Nice screen provided by Concepcion. Shot fake. Alex Cabagnot going to work.
Season on the line. Who do you expect to take over? Alex will.
Joel Liu bumangga kay Enzo Hozon. Hozon will be called with that foul.
I know what's impressive about Alex's couple of makes. They took it very comfortably.
This is the game brought to you by 7-4-7.
That time 2-foot jump stop in the paint, fader going right, no problem. And the other one, pretty much almost the same. Just that left hand release from top of the key or anywhere around the elbow area is, a good spot for Alex to take those shots.
Joel Liu will take 2 free throws. Boy.
Look at that. 8 of 8 from the field.
Lamintes. Game number 1, 2 out of 11. So sometimes it's just your night, and tonight it is for the Crunchman as he tries to keep their season alive here in the MPBL.
And tonight is also the night where one of my friend coaches from San Pedro Laguna, Coach Aisel Velasco, is watching. And I like to think, if I read it correctly, he just won the championship in the area meet, I think, or the barangay tournament from there. And he's a guy who actually, if you know AJ Fransman, he's the guy who coached AJ Fransman in high school.
Okay.
He was the one who discovered AJ Fransman, ito si Coach Aisel Velasco.
Ngayon nagta-thrive na sa Adamson. No?
Yes. And he really is a kid with a lot of potential and a lot of good promise. And things looking up for AJ.
77-68.
Now, this is the defense that I was talking about. They're going to be in your face, making you speed up the game to the point that you're not comfortable. But when you get that ball over to Alex, some things are tough to make up.
Maybe the first foul against Joel Liu. 7 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Oh, Alex is down.
Eman Calo up top against now Valacuna switching on to him. Calo with 2 on the shot clock. Concepcion to beat the buzzer. Nails the free from the right wing.
Talk about speeding up the game. That's how you calmly finish. Keeping the ball in the hands of really good decision makers. Ending up with a good shooter shooting that 3 in Sherwin Concepcion.
Eman Calo. Siya rin puputol sa 3. Yes! How about that? The response by Basilan.
A 6-0 run, all from 3.
Corpus bumangga kay Hoson.
And both those 3s actually involved Eman Calo. One when he fed off over to Sherwin Concepcion, which is this one right here, in Marvin with a late challenge. And then the other end, Eman went to work instead, ending up with him making that 3.
Dalawang 3 pinakawalan ng Basilan in their last couple of possessions.
This is small ball for Basilan.
Both teams shooting a lot of 3s. 11 of 24 ang Basilan, 11 of 30. Make that 11 of 31 naman ang Gensan Warriors. 15-point lead for the Star Horse.
Half-court man right now.
Looking to become the first team to extend the series here in the first round. Concepcion inside. And it's up to 17 once again after that great connection between Eman Calo and Sherwin Concepcion. Play of the game brought to you by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit, your game, your chance, your thrill. Only with 747 Live.
And we talked about how Eman Calo can actually influence the game. That's how he does it. If he's not knocking down 3s, he's finding rollers. In that case, Sherwin Concepcion, another assist coming from Eman Calo.
Commissioner Kenneth Durendes, Head of Security Rudy Distrito, Head of Operations Emer Oreta. Happy to have you with us here at the Malolos Sports and Convention Center in Malolos, Bulacan. Sherwin Concepcion tonight, 14 points, hitting a couple of 3s, bouncing back from that scoreless outing he had in game number 1. Nico Elorde agad bumawi sa kabila.
He was scoreless, matter of fact, 0 out of 3 from the field in game number 1 si Sherwin Concepcion. And right now shooting so much better. And just in time to probably force a game 3 against the Warriors.
Nice pass, Concepcion in stride, bucket!
And twice we've seen in this game, itong si Enzo Navarro smiling after an action. That time, he clearly liked what he saw with Sherwin Concepcion on that weak side for that 3.
Jackson Corpus, nakaisa sa ilalim ulit. Corpus with a total of 16 points. Go along with 7 rebounds. Close to his numbers in game number 1. Playing more minutes this time, almost 25 minutes. Calo. Concepcion ulit. Yes, sir! Tatlong 3 dito sa 4th quarter for Sherwin Concepcion.
And the thing is, he's getting fed. And the drop coverage has not helped the cause of the Gensan Warriors. This time around, you gotta find your corner three. You do not leave him alone, and his teammates knew it. That shot was going in.
What a performance.
After going 0 out of 3 from the three-point region in game number 1, Sherwin right now is shooting 5 out of 9. Imagine that.
Alex Cabagnot returns. Oh, sorry, troops to the bench. Kaduyak comes back in. 72-91, 19-point cushion for Basilan. Skip pass, Kaduyak, extra feed, Navarro, Tucalo, libre ulit si Concepcion para sa tres. Gets that one to go!
At one point, the #1 assist team this season, currently at #2 with 26. And right now, they got 29 assists.
Everybody touching that basketball for Basilan.
You have unselfish players with really good shooters. That's the thing. And again, same spot on the floor. Good mechanic, good motor on that shot. Everything just bottom of the net for that 3 by Sherwin.
That struggled with confidence at times, but boy, at an opportune time, comes up big. Sherwin Concepcion with 23 points.
And I'd like to think, Ken, that is the intangibles of having veteran players on your team that really tell you, you just go to your spot and keep on shooting. We got you. And Sherwin has really fed off of that. What a shooting display by Sherwin Concepcion.
Tumalog palabas, unang free throw ni Jackson Corpus. 94-74. Itong free throw na ito, din sa ating Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. 4 minutes and 8 seconds left in the fourth.
5 3-pointers made in this quarter alone para dito sa Gensan Warriors. How impressive.
Navarro wants a clear out. Delorde called for the foul.
You see now how you have players outside of the three-point area, and you've got a couple of guys trying to camp inside, protecting the paint in Marvin Junicia and Jackson Corpus. That only means you got a couple of shooters that's free outside that would be ready in case a 2-on-the-ball situation happens. Another one.
Letting it fly, Eman Calo could not buy a ticket that time. Bola natapik. Elorde may foul sa ilalim as he took that shot.
And ito pa namang itong dalawang teams na to, Ken, in my opinion, parehong rhythm team ito no? When they play really good on the defensive end, it fuels their offensive tenacity. And it works both ways. So far right now, it's really more of Basilan enjoying that advantage.
Kaduyak fouls out, finishing with 3 points and 5 rebounds.
I don't think they've missed this quarter from Basilan.
Nico Elorde 2 for 2 on this trip. 94-77. Navarro magbababa ng bola para sa Basilan. Si Elorde pa rin ang kanyang bantay. Binigay muna kay Eman Calo. Using that James Tempra pick. Oh, ganda ng lusot ni Adi Santos.
Downhill right side of the floor, going the middle of the lane, right through the nail. Weak side post, got a curl under. Simple basketball right there for Adi Santos.
Corpus powering through. Jackson Corpus with a new career high in the MPBL with 19 points. 19-8.
Basilan shooting 50% from 3. Unbelievable.
On high volume.
Yes, high volume. That's 28 attempts where they made 14.
Grabe.
And Sherwin Concepcion is 6 out of 10. No player, the only player that's shooting below 30% from 3 para sa Basilan is Gab Dagangon. He's 1 out of 5. Everyone else is at the very least 40%. Oh my goodness.
Oh, malo si Gab ngayon eh.
Oo.
Foul whistled against
Number 24, Jimboy Pastoran.
Basilan. It's gonna go against Jimboy Pastoran.
It's highly likely we're gonna have a game number 3, Ken.
Jimboy Pastoran.
May akong challenge from Coach Rich Alvarez. Yeah, by the looks of it, 17-point lead, 2 minutes 19 seconds left. Balikan natin yung resulta itong challenge ni Coach Rich.
Upon review, the challenge was successful.
Successful challenge from Coach Rich Alvarez. Oh, foul kay Jimboy.
Oh, straight up defense lang eh.
Lateral. Hindi naman malinis din yung pagka-swipe. Okay. Tolentino scores, but this lead still at 15 points. We're approaching the 2-minute mark here in regulation. Oh, bumagsak. And we're down to our final 2 minutes. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Marvin Jonicio. Pass to Kyle Tolentino, who rises up for the layup. Counted plus a foul.
Took a spill right there. Si Eman Calo, no?
Pass Break the Game brought to you by Extreme X-Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
And they're gonna need more of Kyle Tolentino, especially if this gets to a game 3, which is kind of like where it's headed right now. Well, Basilan is gonna play without Arwin Santos, but the other guys definitely gotta step up for the Gensan Warriors.
Jonicio, pumorma sa labas, wala. Jackson Corpus, closing in on a double-double, 21 points, 9 rebounds.
11 na lang to. Hindi ka pa rin pwedeng kumampante kung ikaw ang Basilan.
Yeah, definitely.
Miss shot, and then secure the rebound, get an N1.
Jackson Corpus hits the free throw. 22 points, 9 boards. Wow, unbelievable. No misses. Basilan has not missed from the field.
Except for one.
Isa lang.
Oh, isa lang.
O dalawa. Ito pala.
Oh yeah, dalawa na. My goodness. At one point, you know, they made all their 11 shots in the fourth quarter. And in different areas on the floor.
And as a result, they have their highest scoring quarter of this game. 30-point quarter here. Navarro, though, missing the front end of his free throws.
And half of those 30 points have actually come from three-point region.
Enzo Navarro hits the second. Facing a double team, Eloy Tan. And now, if you're the Gensan Warriors, Coach Mike, as Jackson Corpus with a monstrous performance. He actually has a double-double already. 24 points and 11 rebounds.
To go with 3 assists.
Oo. Kalo nakawala kay Joel Liu. Pwede pa. Liu in transition. Bumangga. Lays it up and in. Lead is down to 7.
This is just a 7-point game. Hindi ka pa pwede makakapakampante dito. And the Warriors know it. Are we headed into a game number 3 or not?
May foul against Eloy Tan.
Low rip right there on that baseline drive. And really creating space. Jackson Corpus did it.
At yun, gumawa na lang talaga siya ng paraan doon. And ito si Joey Liu coming away with the basket in transition.
You gotta continue to play. Especially against itong Gensan Warriors.
Oh, layo pa nito.
At saka walang give up dito sa Gensan Warriors na to. They play with a lot of physicality. That really is their style of play. Take the very first shot available. If there's a fast break, you would go at it. And which is exactly how they scored in those last 2 possessions.
Now, this is somewhat a similar situation to what happened last season for Gensan, wherein they won game number 1, which was on neutral ground. And then Binyan, having the home court advantage in the first round as a 3rd seed, was able to win game number 2 at home. And then game number 3, it was still in that Alonte Sports Arena. But the South Cotabato Warriors at that time traveled on the road and stole a victory there. Halos ganun din. Game number 1 belonged to Gensan. Bumalik ang Basilan dito in game number 2. Although, kaya nang sabi ko, hindi pa nga tapos ito eh. 99-90. Gensan just needs 1 basket, perhaps a free, to get themselves back in it. Corpus, though, lost the leather. They will review this. All right, let's see.
See this over here. Drive by Jackson.
Nawala pa. Natapik pa ni Sherwin.
No, wala. That was all Jackson.
On review, it's Basilan Star Horse Basketball.
All right. $99.90. Poor pass by Enzo Navarro.
Oh, you can't afford these turnovers right now.
Meron pang timeout na pwedeng gamitin ng Gensan.
If they make a 3 here, this is just going to be a 2-possession game.
Yeah, they'll be right back after this short break. Alex Cabagnot. Wow, perfect shooting night. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Bouncing back from that disappointing Game 1 performance. 9 of 9 shooting from the field. Grabe. In a do or die situation for them. He delivered once again, as usual, for Basilan.
At saka siya yung crucial na connector in my opinion. Dun sa run na yan ng Basilan. 3 on it. Oh!
At yun yung sinasabi mo.
That's what I'm saying. That was a quick catch and shoot. And now this is a 2-possession game.
Timeout Basilan. Nice play off that timeout.
They kept it very simple.
Ang Larry Rodriguez
parang
3.
Larry Rodriguez, that's right.
Similar play they had when Larry Rodriguez nailed that game winner against Zamboanga back in the elimination round. Let's listen in dito, no? Well, we're staying on the air rather. And Basilan trying to hold off Gensan and force a game number 3.
Saluhin nyo lang. Pa-foul lang naman kagad din yan. Front mo tayo.
Dito, front court.
Okay, tignan nyo. Baka may double ha.
So they opt to inbound it on the front court. My understanding is basta gusto nila ma-inbound lang nila yung bola. No?
Tapos mag-aantay ng foul.
Oo. Pero delikado yan ha. If you anticipate a foul, there are chances that eto na nga ang nangyari. Nakaagaw ang Gensan. Jonicio gives it up to Jackson Corpus. He drives. He puts it up. He puts it in.
Oh my!
And a bonus free throw coming up for Jackson Corpus. 26 points and 12 rebounds.
But that was a very dangerous pass. You see that help on the backside. But how about Corpus taking matters into his own hands, understanding there is no one that's gonna stop me in the paint. Important free throws here. He's 7 of 10 from the line. Speaking of Jackson.
What a monstrous performance in just his second game. 21-5 run. Yeah.
Wow. And we were what? Roughly about under 3 minutes around that time?
Now there's only a second differential between shot and game clock, but it's also lost it.
Oh my.
Oh man.
Talk about not giving up. See that they inbounded from the backcourt and so went through the half. Peel off by Nico Ilorde. That ball falls on the sideline. It'll be Warriors ball.
They did not have full control of that basketball all the way. Oh man, these two games, my goodness.
Season on the line here. Important to get a stop. You gotta locate shooters.
Dionisio back to Ilorde. A free would tie it for Gensan. Tolentino rises for three. It's
Oh
good!
my goodness! Oh my goodness!
What a massive run by the Gensan Warriors.
Talk about not giving up. Nico Ilorde is setting up that three, crowded space, but Kyle still punches it through.
27-5 run by the Gensan Warriors. They have tied it up at 99 apiece. Timeout Basilan.
Penalty. Yes. Take the last shot. Court. Alex. One's out. Sherwin, get in the corner. Tempra. Hey.
Give me open.
Hey, we're gonna run horns. We're gonna run horns, Alex. Okay, Sherwin, get in the corner. Okay. Hey, you're in another corner. Alright? Just get him the ball.
If you get the ball,
You're on your side and then stop pick and roll. It's up to you. If you want to pick and roll or you want to wipe.
White, get out of the way.
Hoy, huwag na natin papalikin sa kanila. Let's go.
Well, you have to remember, the last time they inbounded the ball, that inbound got stolen. And so the more important part of this sequence is to get the ball in bounds.
Both teams, no more timeouts. Both are in penalty.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a bad foul.
That's a bad foul. Happened right in front of us. You did see Marvin Janicio put that arm down right across the arm of Alex Cabagnot.
That's a crafty play though
Oh,
by
yeah.
Alex.
He did a good job of making sure that the ref sees it.
Yeah. That was just, Alex Cabagnot at his best.
At best, they're gonna get to the line, and Alex most probably will sink at least one of the free throws. But they still got time on the other end. Both teams have no more timeouts. He did, in a way, sell it.
Oo. Saka hindi, in-initiate din niya eh.
And we spoke about experience earlier. Eto na nga yun. Experienced guys really just understanding what to do in these instances.
Okay, alamin natin kay Richard Campos so ano yung magiging hatol dito, no? After that bit of a lengthy review. Looks like a double foul.
It's a double foul between number 12, Marvin Janicio is third, and number 5, Alex Cabagnot is first.
Okay. They're just canceling each other out. Now Basilan. They need to inbound the basketball. They go to Navarro. Now it's with Alex Cabagnot. It's his time. 6 seconds left. Alex lost it. Oh boy, Gensan. After being down by 22 points. By 20 points. They are able to force overtime.
Wow, what an impressive run. They lost that rock. Alex was supposed to create off of it, but again, the defense of the Warriors making it difficult for anything to happen for the Basilan team.
Another overtime game. We are tied at 99 apiece. Oh boy, the Gensan Warriors rising from the ashes. Able to tie it up.
Oh yes, they did. We were already talking about a game 3. Oh boy, the Warriors had other plans.
Tolentino hit that massive 3 earlier. This time he misses it from the right wing and a foul called against Gensan. Both teams over the limit. Janicio whistled for his 4th foul.
Wow. Some games just refuse to end.
Grabe hinabol ng Gensan dito, Coach Mike.
And the way that they did it, I mean, it was all predicated on defense and efficient shot making.
Well, we have a challenge from Coach Elvis on that Marvin Junicio foul. Sa aming pagbabalik, malalaman namin yung resulta na yan.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. There was no foul.
Successful challenge.
Possession area points ni Basilan Star Horse.
Bola pa rin ng Basilan. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
So it still will stay with, it will remain with Basilan. Grabe, ang daming nanonood nitong game na to. Si Coach Joseph Gion ng Pangasinan nanonood din. Happy viewing, kaibigan.
It was 4 minutes and 39 seconds left in the fourth. Basilan had that 20-point lead. But Gensan chipped away at that lead. Finished off the period with a 25-4 run. The go-ahead basket potentially for Nico Elorde, who was able to persevere underneath and give Gensan its first taste of the lead here in the second half.
Now, if you're Basilan, you gotta continue with how you played earlier. Forget about those missed opportunities. Alex corner is good.
Cabagnot nails that free.
That's 22 points now for Alex Cabagnot. Oh my God. There is no, aside from, yung sunod-sunod na scoring nitong Warriors, walang indication kung kanino mapupunta itong laron to.
Basilan trying to survive and stay alive. Cabagnot asking for his screen. Tempra offering it. Dagangon. Lalapit. Pabandang tira. Masyadong malakas. Bola nakuha ni Jackson Corpus. His 13th rebound of this ball game.
Somebody's running wide.
Tolentino gives it back to Nico Elorde. Again, Sherwin Concepcion wants this matchup. Kick out pass to Joel Liu. Merong foul laban sa Basilan. So Liu will shoot 2 free throws.
With the fourth quarter really starting off as a 3-point shooting contest, now in OT, it should be more free throws taken by both these teams, as both are already in penalty.
Oh man, if If you thought you've seen everything here in the MPBL,
And, you know, kung paano bumalik itong Gensan Warriors, talagang depensa, basket, depensa, basket. Ganun lang eh. Gandang execution, even in the sideline out of bounds where Basilan really lost that ball. And Marvin Junicio was, in my opinion, a good part of the relentless effort by the Warriors.
and also yung timely timeout ni Coach Elvis, no?
Yeah.
At around the 36-second mark yata yun, no? 36-second mark, where Marvin Junicio hit that free. They pulled to within 6, and then they forced a couple of turnovers. Jackson Corpus scored, got fouled, made the bonus free throw, and then that 3-point shot to tie it up from Kyle Tolentino. Now, Joey Liu may pagkakataon na maibalik ang kalamangan sa Gensan here in overtime.
Well, so far, in terms of field goal dito sa ating OT, yung putback ni Nico Ilorde, which gave them the lead. And then that three-pointer down on that right corner side that Alex Cabagnot sank. And then this couple of free throws from Joel Liu.
Battle of Mindanao. Going down the wire once again. 103-102. Calo dancing against Joel Liu. Calo from the free throw line. Book it!
And so, just like Arwin Santos, Eman Calo is all business. He wanted that possession. He wanted to take Joel Liu to the dance and finish it off with that jumper from 15.
Tolentino around the same spot. He misses. Basilan trying to extend their lead. Calo with the basketball. Concepcion offering that screen. Nice recovery by Joey Liu, preventing that free. Eman Calo can't hit the triple. Jackson Corpus with another board. Corpus barreling in through Eman Calo, no whistle. We are down to our last 2 minutes. Nico Ilorde sinks in the triple.
What a three by Nico Ilorde. We talked about him not taking too many three-point shots. But in this game, he's made a couple.
Cabagnot, no. Rebound Corpus. 27 points and 15 boards for Jackson Corpus.
Nico Ilorde, Ken, is perfect from three. He's 2 out of 2.
Meanwhile, Cabagnot, after hitting his first 9 shots with his miss, Ilorde, mintis din yung kanyang layup. Calo nagmamadali, pinasa kay Gab Dagangon, who settles for a free. No good. That was a good look though.
That was a good read as well. He was holding that corner three on that drive by Eman Calo.
Wala nang isang minuto na lalabi dito. Nico Ilorde, niluwa yung kanyang tira galing sa labas. Bagsak si Tempra at si Corpus. They will review that last out-of-bounds play.
This was that skip three. Nico Ilorde, wala nang isip-isip, ni-release na lang niya eh. And that ball really found its way to the bottom of the net.
Mindanao mayhem here in Malolos.
Oh, wow. I tell you, there are a lot of tough guys on the Warrior side. I thought it was genius on the combination of Joel Liu, Nico Ilorde, Marvin Junicio, Kyle Tolentino, and Jackson Corpus. These 5 practically brought back the life to the Gensan Warriors team. These 5, they're a hard-nosed combination on the floor.
Calo will bring the ball down for Basilan. Matched up still with Joel Liu. Now it's with Alex Cabagnot, who missed a free earlier. The switch, Cabagnot finding someone to pass to. It's with Gab Dagangon. Cabagnot open free for the lead. Off the mark. Ball will stay with Basilan.
Well, they thought there was a push. I thought there was a push on Marvin Junicio, as both Marvin and James Tempra were trying to battle out on that rebound.
We have a timeout by the Basilan Star Horse. 33.6 seconds left. A very critical possession. Let's see if they could map out something here and execute their season on the line. Coach Melo Navarro will draw up a play for the Basilan Star Horse.
Go inbound, ha? Go inbound. So, Eman inbounder. Okay, so ito formation natin, ha? Eman on the inbound. Tingin. Eman on the inbound. Dito. So ito gagawin. Eman, ikaw inbounder. So ito mangyari, ha? Pop out. Sorry, Alex, you're here. Pop out. Ganyan. Pop out. James, ikaw na. James, pop out. Okay. And then, staggered screen for Eman. Staggered for Eman. Ngayon, kay Alex. We're going for that handoff. Saan ako, coach? Ikaw yung staggered. Saan ako dito? Corner lang ako. So staggered. Staggered for Eman. Decoy si Eman. Kay Alex tayo. Tatanggap. Tatanggap. Go. Sa'yo. Pindol mo muna.
Well, if they're holding Alex Cabagnot in the corner and they want Eman to come off a staggered, this might be zoom action with Alex Cabagnot ending up with a rock.
No more timeouts for Basilan. Tempra catches. Gives it to Cabagnot. Cabagnot! Another miss! Ball batted around as Corpus crashing into the commissioner's row.
Right through Com Kenneth.
Kay Com KD pa talaga.
That's how this game has been.
Unsportsmanlike foul now. Kay Jackson.
Sabi ni Coach Emer. Sabi ni Coach Emer, Anspo daw. Look at that. Pero ang galing rin ng pagkakasalo ni Boss Rudy.
Nayanig ang mundo ni Com KD doon. But I'm sure he's enjoying these games. Boy, going down the wire. Kahit pa tumagatak yung pawis ni Jackson sa kanyang polo, ayan, no? Basilan still retains possession. Fresh 14 on their shot clock. Cabagnot has missed a couple of shots from the outside. Ball deflected out of bounds by Kyle Tolentino. Gensan doing a great job of making this set uncomfortable para dito sa Basilan. Cabagnot will trigger it in. Tempra catches. Eman Calo. Oh, foul against Joey Liu. They are in penalty.
Oh, man.
Two big free throws coming up for Eman Calo. Calo has not missed from the line tonight. 2 of 2.
And Gensan's got no more timeouts.
Meron pa isa. May isang timeout pa sila. Basilan, wala na.
Basilan ang wala na?
Yes.
Okay.
Eman Calo, 13 points, 10 assists. This free throw to tie it up. Oh, calmly sinking both.
Oh my. This game refuses to end.
106 all, 14.4 seconds left.
Kita mo yung basa niya ni Com Kenneth. Kitang-kita.
So, mamaya na niya papalitan yan dahil we'll stay on the air. Gensan trying to map out what could potentially be a series clinching shot here. Wow, what a day.
Oh, what a day. Double overtime in first game. And then this one, potentially. And we thought we were going to a game 3. The beauty of, this very important playoff games. And the nice thing about it, it's the players that's actually deciding and the coaches.
Nico Elorde will trigger it in.
Remember, the last time they did this, they had Marvin Junicio pop out.
Now it's Jonicio catching it. Balik kay Nico Elorde. 10 seconds remaining. Cabagnot onto him. Jonicio offering that screen. Tempra. Elorde. Pass inside. Jackson Corpus. No!
Oh my goodness!
Who says one double overtime game is enough?
But these guys never run out of energy. Look at that. Point blank, makeable shot for Jackson Corpus off the heel. What a game.
And what a first round. This is our third double OT game. We are tied at the end of the overtime period, 106 apiece. Oh man, it's really fighting fire with fire. I mean, these two teams have been going at it from the get-go. And for those who are just tuning in, Basilan was already ahead at around the 4-minute and 39-second mark of the fourth, up by 20 points. But Gensan refusing to go away, forcing overtime, finishing off that quarter on a 24-5 run. Wow, another double overtime game here in Malolos. A steal by Alex Cabagnot. Eman Calo, naman kay Joey Liu. Calo hit 2 big free throws to tie it up. Calo drives, too strong. Elorde. Nice pass. Rodriguez lays it up and in.
And he kept that dribble alive until he saw that weak side open up for Rodriguez to finish. Defense to offense again. Look at that. Nico Elorde trying to jockey position with Gab.
Tagangon relentless. Despite missing that shot, got back his own miss.
Well, Gab was on the bench, really for the most part. And that 4-minute mark where they were comfortably ahead, probably resting him already. Nico for a 3.
Tolentino gets it back for Gensan. Rodriguez at the post. Pinopostean si Sherwin Concepcion. Binasic lang ni Kuya Lars.
Oh, huwag na natin pahirapan. Poste na lang. Subukan natin. Mukhang effective naman right through Larry Rodriguez.
Oh, it's an offensive foul. Massive call. Elorde is down.
Right through the gut.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig free installation for split-type air conditioners.
And James Tempra really had to commit to Nico Elorde because alam niya na good decision maker itong si Nico But again, as soon as he got committed, just really leaving it off for Larry Rodriguez for that finish.
Masintabi na lang po sa ating mga masugid na MPBL fans na baka plano na nilang matulog pero dahil nakakapit sila dito sa larong ito. Ayun.
Ayun. Pati anak ni Coach Joseph Gion, si Tyler, gising pa napapanood.
Elorde, that shot clanking off the rim. Mabagnot. Matched up against Marwin Junicio. Jervy Cruz comes in for Gab Dagangon. No more Arwin Santos. He got ejected in the second half. Shot fake by Jervy. Alex, pass out to Eman Calo for free. It will roll out. That was a good look.
Well, their shots from the outside have not fallen. I think the last time that they were able to knock down a jumper was without Alex Cabagnot free from that right corner.
Now Quezon awaiting whoever comes out of this series between Basilan and Gensan.
Actually, even yung tira na yun ni Joel Liu, that looked good. That was a straight line.
Yeah. Shout out to the team manager of the Quezon Huskers, Don Kapunan, watching this game.
I think this is benefiting the Quezon Huskers. If this does go through 3 games.
Bola na agaw ni Jackson Corpus. Jackson Corpus with his second steal to go along with his 27 points and 15 rebounds. Jonicio, pasa palabas kay Tolentino. Joey Liu, nice pass! Jonicio inside! Gensan goes up by 4, 112-108.
These 5 on the floor for the Gensan Warriors, I don't think they've been relieved since that run in the fourth quarter.
Alex missing the 3.
This brings to notice the other teams. This is a 5 that you have to contend with if you're gonna go up against the Warriors here in the playoffs.
Alex Cabagnot has played almost 32 minutes. Corpus for free, short. Concepcion the rebound, Basilan still in it. Calo using that screen, the pass to Concepcion. Nails the 3 from the top of the key. 26 points for Sherwin Concepcion.
There have been a total of 33-point makes in this game. Oh, wow.
Elorde getting past Enzo Hoson. That shot will rattle out. Rebound Concepcion. Sherwin Concepcion with a big 3 and a massive double-double of 26 points and 14 rebounds.
You go for 2-for-1 here.
Calo crossover. Oh! Cold-blooded from Eman Calo.
Talk about wanting it. Eman Calo, only guy who held that ball in the front court.
Corpus goes up. No whistle. Nice recovery by Jervy Cruz. Oh man, this game.
These guys really just refuse to give up. See that drive by Jackson? Ball got tapped. Yeah, that still would be Gensan because it hit Hozon from the back.
Time winding down, 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Liu against Sherwin Concepcion. Bumuelo, Joel Liu puts it in! What a shot! Joel Liu willing that one through.
And he wanted it, similar to how Eman Calo earlier wanted that ball, wanted that situation. Joel Liu never shied away from it. This was that 3 earlier by Sherwin Concepcion. His latest 3, and then Eman Calo going to work, trying to go to the dance again with Marwin Junicio, knocking it down.
Then this was the Joel Liu drive. Caught Sherwin Concepcion out of position to give the go-ahead basket para sa Gensan. available. No more timeouts for Basilan. And this possession potentially to save their season. Eman Calo. Kick out pass. Jervy Cruz for three. Yes!
Oh my goodness! We've seen it all. Oh my, where are these shots coming from? See that setup. Look at that. Eman Calo driving. Least guarded guy. Jervy Cruz catch and shoot. Oh my. I don't know how else to describe this game. It just refuses to end.
Jervy Cruz did not even play in the first overtime period. Knocks down a three. Come, Katie. I mean,
well,
this is poetry in motion, Coach Mike.
This game is crazy. Now it's your turn, Gensan Warriors, to find an answer. A 2 ties it, a 3 wins it for Gensan. They've had really good sideline out of bounds, mind you. We saw that in the game against Zamboanga. We saw that earlier with Marvin Janicio. Same situation right here. Who's gonna pop for that 3, or will they drive for a higher percentage shot?
4.1 seconds left. Both teams, no more timeouts. Both are in penalty. Corpus. And Alex Abagnot comes away with a steal. Basilan going through a ringer. Blowing a 20-point lead in regulation, but recovering just in time.
Look at Alex Cabagnot disrupting that intent of Jackson Corpus to go that right side of the floor, and that steal seals it for Basilan. We're going in game 3.
Oh man.
Wow.
They were up by 20 points, 4 minutes and 39 seconds left. We were preparing for a game number 3 as early as that juncture.
On the 4-minute mark or the 4th.
Yeah,
right?
but Gensan refusing to quit, able to tie it up. But this guy, Sherwin Concepcion, he got things going early here in this ball game. And he was coming off a scoreless outing in game number 1, but he bounced back in a massive way here in game number 2.
9 of 15 from the field, 7 of 11 from 3, a 63% clip on volume shot attempts for Sherwin Concepcion. Wow.
Ooh-wee. 116, 114 in double overtime. Basilan survives against Gensan. They will fight and live for another day. We will have a game number 3. Let's go courtside to Miss Andrea Indicio.
Maraming salamat, Ken. First of all, Sherwin, congratulations. Grabe ang naging game na ito. Pero grabe din naman talaga ang ipinakita mo noong 4th quarter. Para ka nag 3-point shootout. 5 3-pointers made in that quarter alone. Tapos itinuloy mo pa hanggang OT. Kung kailan kailangan ka ng Basilan, nagpakita ka.
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord sa binagkalib niya sa aming panalo and kalakasan at natapos namin itong game na walang na-injury sa amin. Yun nga, nung game 1, naging motivation sa akin yun kasi wala akong na-contribute sa team ko and yung tiwala na binigay sa akin ni Coach Hirsch, yung mga coaching staff, gusto ko lang alagaan yun.
Pero honestly speaking, Sherwin, anong naramdaman ninyo noong 4th quarter? Hinabol kayo ng Gensan kahit na napakalaki ng lamang nyo in those dying minutes. In a blink of an eye, nandyan na sila.
Siyempre, hindi naman may iwasan kabahan pero yun nga, naging solid kami lalo and hanggang dulo lumaban kami.
Speaking of solid, anong gusto mong sabihin sa iyong mga teammates, especially with that beautiful last shot of Jervy?
Siyempre sa mga teammates ko, coaching staff, salamat sa tiwala na pinagkaloob niyo sa akin and kay Kuya Jerv, yun nga, miracle shot, tira niya talaga yun.
Alright, meron ka bang gustong batiin o pasalamatan? Go ahead.
Unang-una, binabati ko si Mayor Jules Ataman and kay Boss Vic Vic Reyes at sa family ko, sa mami ko at sa daddy ko, sa daddy fine ko at sa mga sumusuporta sa amin sa Tarlac. At kay Boss Leo Laksamana and Joji Paras and kay Jet, kay Drew and sa mga friends ko at salamat sa lahat.
Alright, thank you so much. Once again, that was Sherwin Concepcion, our best player of the game. Back to you, Ken and Coach Mike.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. Oh man, the playoff bracket. It's gotten interesting. We have our first tied series here in the first round. Basilan avoiding a monumental collapse, forcing a game number 3 against the Gensan Warriors in the South Division. And, oh man, Coach Mike, hindi pa tayo tapos. Marami pa. Man, Quezon winning over Mindoro on Wednesday. Whoever I see the number 2 seed, they will try to survive going up against the number 7 seed, the Pangasinan Heatwaves, who will try to close it out. And in our main game at 8 p.m., Pasay will go up against the San Juan Knights. That's gonna do it for coverage here from Malolos, Bulacan. On behalf of Coach Mike Perez and Miss Andrea Indicio and our entire crew, my name is Ken Pangilinan. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat sa pagtangkilik at pagsubaybay sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.